Let me put a disclaimer out there. This is not a sponsored episode. This is not an advert. This is just a way to find solution for a perfect marriage. In Africa, we tend to undermine the importance of premarital counseling. And that is something that I feel like we really need at this point in life. The point is, I am not an expert. I am not a premarital counselor, but I have met a couple of them and we have spoken a lot about issues like this. And honestly, if I would have time with them, of course, I would want to sit down with them and talk more on this issue. Then of course, if I can get them out, bring more, then we could dissect things more personally. But the point of this is that we do not tend to know that we're supposed to have premarital counseling before marriage, and that is really important. In this video, I'm going to tell you how premarital counseling is really important for couples that are planning on getting married. But before I get on with it, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new, if you see me for the first time, welcome. I am Sumi and I make vlogs on a lot of stuff, basically lifestyle, fashion, trends, trending issues and whatnot, and I do interviews. I do amazing random weird things here. So if that sounds like a kind of thing, if you are in the mood for an adventure, then you're at the right spot. Make sure you click on the red subscribe button and make sure you click on the post notification bell so you can get alerts on all of my uploads. Please do not forget to give this video a major thumbs up. It will help me grow. It will help the channel grow. So with that being said, I would say that I would want you to stick with me to the end of this video for you to know the importance of premarital counseling in this society, or should I say in the world in general. And yeah, then of course you could relate with me, and or you could disagree with me on the comment section below, because that would really be awesome. It's like us learning. YouTube community, it's all about learning from each other, right? Premarital counseling basically is about you and your spouse going to meet professionals, people that are guru in terms of a marriage counseling, in terms of guiding people to make the perfect decision, going to meet them. And then honestly, there is this magic with premarital counseling that when you go, a normal thing while you're dating someone, no matter how open you people try to be, there are some things that you tend to hide from your partner. But then these counselors tend to find a way to bring it out of you. It's like, let's deal with this now, not until after we get married, and then we'll start seeing new stuff of our partners, and then we'll start thinking, how is this happening, right? So I feel like they actually tend to understand human nature in better way, and they tend to ask the right question in order to bring out that person in you that you've been trying to hide, that you've been trying to suppress. Honestly, it's not a good thing if you plan on marrying someone to hide out a particular issues. It's better for you to trash it out, and these people help you do that. Premarital counseling helps partners improve their ability to communicate well. Yes, that is, like I said, these people would pressure you until you start talking. And when they get one person talking, the other person get triggers up, and then you both talk about things that on a normal day you cannot talk about. It helps you set realistic expectations for marriage. I think I should be making another video on what to expect in marriage. No, I actually did that in a 1 hour long video. I think I'll put up the link somewhere, but if you can watch that, then maybe I could figure something out to just put a short video that would explain to you what to expect and what not to expect when you're going into marriage, right? So basically, premarital counseling tend to help partners in not setting unexpected or unrealistic expectations. You have to set realistic expectations. Forget the fairy tales we tend to watch. Yes, marriage is sweet. Yes, marriage could be your own personal fairy tale, but not as fairy tale-y as ever. So you need to know that. You need to consider that your partner is actually a human being, not a fairy tale creature. It helps in developing conflict resolution skills. Yes, there would be conflict. it is not a fairy tale. There would be small issues. Sometimes a major one could come like a hurricane. And it's up to the pilot, or should I say the sailor, to actually control the ship in order for it not to sink. It's only the sailor that would actually, the sailor and the is it co-sailor they call them? Because I know they call pilots co-pilots. Anyway, deputy sailor, whatever it's called. That's basically two people in that partnership, in that relationship. So when there's conflict, it's up to you to find how to fix it. Yeah, because there would be, and it's not going to be one, it's not going to be two, it's going to come like, you know, different circumstances could bring different things and different situations. So what these people tend to do is to help you you know, develop an amazing skill on how to solve this conflict resolution. And that's when you get to open up and talk to your partner, and then you'd see which one works better for you. If your partner is this quiet person, then you know how to fix it. If your partner is someone who talks better in the morning, then you know that, okay, this would be the right time. If your partner is not a morning person, please do not approach them on morning. In the morning, precaution. Approach them at night, much better. Just basically, these people tend to help you with that. And with that, I would like to explain some of the things that premarital counseling tend to pinpoint that you might think that you are not supposed to talk about, or you do not need to talk about, but it is there, and it's only premarital counseling that could actually guide you like that. Number one, individual and joint finances. Yes, we don't talk about this, but it is there. It's going to be there. It's not going nowhere. Okay, how do you make your money individually? How does your spouse make his or her money individually? How do you two contribute to the family together? Is he going to bring 70%, you bring 30%? Is it going to be like, no, he's doing the 100%, all you need to do is support in some way? Is it going to be like you bring in 50%, 50%? It actually comes to what works for you. And these people would actually explain to you how it goes. Like, they would let you people do most of the talking. Just so you know, most of the talking would be, it's just for them to just bring out that inner hidden part of you in order to come out and talk about these particular things. And when you talk about them, honestly, it's in the earlier stage, you tend to know how the other party view these things. So that would be a better way to talk about this at the earlier stage. Next would be parenting styles. People don't tend to talk about this, and that's why sometimes you would realize couple love each other more when they didn't have kids, and immediately kids start coming, there is always, you know, a trouble. There's always quarrel. You see couple fighting. Why? Because of the children, which shouldn't be so. So it will be like, no, I'm saying this, you're not saying this. So these are things that these people would help you talk about. The therapist would talk to you about it, ask you questions about it. How do you plan on raising your kids? You both are two. And then from what the other person is saying, you can actually see which one is amazing. Like, which, are you cool with what he's thinking or what he's assuming? Are you cool with what she is thinking? How does it work better for both of you? These are other things that this therapy session, or should I say this counseling session, would actually bring out to tell you that, okay, this is something you need to talk about. And of course, number 3 would be communication style. Yes, you have to think about your communication style. What would it be? How would it be? What will work for you? Is it, just like I mentioned, is he a morning person? Is he a night person? If we are both angry, would writing on a paper be better, you know, to drop off a paper for him or for her? Would a text be better? Just find a way. If we are happy, how do I tell you, like, I like what you're doing, keep doing it more? These people would actually guide you on how to figure each other's communication style and how to incorporate both that would actually fit or suit you. And then next would be decision-making style. Yes, premarital counseling helps that. It helps you to know how to make decisions. before you people start contradicting each other and be like, no, I want this and I want this, and it starts becoming a problem. You people are couples, you people are partners, you plan on getting married, you have to make decisions together. So what is your decision making style? What works for you? These people would actually help you to talk about this, talk these things through, and find a better solution for yourself. Gender roles in marriage. Yes. African setting has already made it super clear that a man is supposed to take care of the woman, like financially, 100%. I think the Westerners tend to do that, but because of the century that we are in right now, has actually made the whole thing to be, say, let's say 30-70. And it's really better for you to actually talk about these things. What's the gender role? Okay, you are the guy, you're supposed to do this. You are the woman, you should do this. Okay, let's join hands. What do we do at this point? No, I'm a kind of person that believe a man should do all that, a woman should do all that. Let's stick to our role. Or no, I believe that we can actually incorporate, we could actually help. I would help with some of the stuff you're doing. You would help with some of the things I'm doing. What are we keep bringing? Is it 50-50, or are we sticking to the gender role thing? This is basically things that are really important that we tend to think it is not important, and that is why there's a lot of marital issues, and people would get married after loving each other for a long time, and then after marriage it's like, I do not know who are you. It's like I'm marrying a stranger right now. Yes, these are things that you don't talk about. You don't get someone to groom you to talk about it. So these people are there, these counselors are there. Go out there, search for them. It is an amazing thing that right now in Nigeria, there are lots of platforms, there are lots of organizations that are coming out to create marriage counselors, premarital counseling, family therapy, basically all this. And yes, speaking of family therapy, it is really important to actually go for premarital counseling in order to figure out the whole family therapy thing. And at some point, if you actually click with your counselor and this whole thing works for you, then before you know it, even after marriage, you could actually go for the whole family therapy thing, and it would really safeguard our mental health. Oh my god, that is another topic, because I feel like we do not know how serious mental health is or how important it is in a human life, and honestly we need to talk about that. So basically, if marriage becomes toxic, if your life becomes toxic, it tends to affect mental health. So in order to avoid all that, and if someone has mental health issues, they tend to bring the worst side of them into the marriage or into any relationship they are in, and that would not be profitable. That would not savor or help that relationship. So why are you still here? If you are getting married, if you're planning on getting married, go Google them, check on Instagrams, because there have been a lot of development on premarital counseling. I think I attended a program a few months ago about premarital counseling. I'm already married, but I feel like I really needed it. I really needed to talk about it. And before, I feel like the Muslim communities were lacking behind on this particular thing, but right now people are coming out to do more. They would bring religious alpha, someone who knows more religiously, like Islamically, or the Christian religion, and they'll come with professionals, professional counselors to talk about these things, because this is really important. These are things you need to talk about. These are things we are ignoring. We're thinking it's not important, but it is, honestly. So let's welcome premarital counseling. Go check them out. I think I know one whom I've talked to. This group of amazing people coming together to create it. It's called Cold to Diamond. It's more of for the women. And like I said, this is a disclaimer. It is not a sponsored advert. It is just me, trying to give back to the community, trying to give back to you, to my community in a better way, to actually enlighten people on how important it is to take on premarital counseling sessions. So I know these women, go out there, talk to them. This is more for women, but I know that they're already making plans to make it for both gender, like a families could come. I'm sure they have different therapists, counselors that could actually fit exactly what you want. So you could read them, I think, on your social media handles. Coal to Diamond, like Coal, COAL to Diamond. And yeah, they're doing great works. And of course, you can research. You must have come across one or two on Instagram. If not, research, check on Google within your country and see what works for you. Well, I would say that I hope that I was able to bring in something, to impact something to you on this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, please. And of course, share your thoughts on what I actually discussed on the comment section. I'd like to hear your thoughts. What's your opinion? What's your take on premarital counseling? And yes, if you haven't subscribed, in case you have forgotten, please do. Here, yes, just right here. Thank you so much. Until next time, it is Sumi signing out. Bye.